Jason.
Daddy.
How are we?
Great.
Good.
Doing good.
Good New Year.
Good New Year. Good Christmas. It's all, I mean, obviously, the last time we recorded was a few weeks before Christmas. But I've seen your face plenty of times because I edited 3 episodes before New Year. But it's weird. We were talking about all that stuff and hadn't actually gone through the things. And now we've actually gone through the things. So we can genuinely say what our time was like.
We can, because we were like, we were past Danny and Jason talking into the future.
Yeah. Because we're not stupid. We're not going to work over Christmas, are we?
Well, I mean, I didn't.
Yeah.
I put down all tools. I mean, even you would even notice that I was so slow at replying.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's so funny on my WhatsApp chats. I have to scroll down to see your name now. You're normally in the top 2, but over this time of year, we don't talk to each other.
It's just like, I'm done, man. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, you were like at least 2 scrolls down.
It was funny though, because like I got a couple of my mates and stuff like that as well that had messaged me over the New Year, because I just didn't touch my phone deliberately, because I've been so flat out just with everything this year. It's been mental. And Kirsty was like, you need to switch off. And normally I would be like, I know I need to switch off, but I can't switch off. And this time I needed to switch off. So I just put the phone. A lot of the time I just left the phone. I took my watch off, my Apple Watch, and I left the phone upstairs.
Good.
And it was quite good. Like social media detox and stuff like that as well was great. Just being off it. Yeah, it was needed. Still looming in the back of my mind that I've got all these edits that need doing, but yeah, it was just good to put everything down for a while.
Yeah, I probably should have done that, but I to be fair, I was working until the 23rd quite late. Actually, quite late. It was the 24th at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'd stayed up all night and did that. And then I did a little bit more on Christmas Eve as well, just to kind of get things over the line, because I really wanted. I pushed one more. I said I could do one more gallery. Like, just there was a few tweaks that I needed to do, not starting from scratch, for goodness sake, but there are a few tweaks that I needed to do. And I was like, I can get this done if I just dedicate like half hour, 45 minutes just to finalize that and upload it and stuff like that. Because that takes time as well. It's uploading. So I did that. And my phone didn't really leave my side. And I was on social media. And I shouldn't have been, because there really wasn't anything valuable to me at that time. But obviously Christmas happens. My birthday's on the 27th. I did nothing for it, absolutely nothing, which is exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to just sit, and I always like watch movies that I would never watch normally. So I did that. Weddings on the 28th and 29th. So I was right back in it. They were good. I had a second shooter for one of them, and that was quite relaxing for once. It's the first time in a while that I've had a second shooter. It reminded me of, you know what, actually, even though they don't necessarily need the coverage, it's good to have a second shooter just so that you don't have as much on your mind on the day, because the next day was chaos and I really could have done with a second shooter. Still a good wedding nonetheless. And then obviously New Year happened, really good. New Year we went out to a friend's house. AJ slept upstairs in that house. It was great. And then Jean's birthday's on the 2nd. So it's like a full-on period of things that are happening.
You should both get really tough birthdays.
Yeah, really tough birthdays, which is why we're delighted that AJ was born in July.
Yeah.
So that we've got something to celebrate in summer instead.
Yeah, because I always feel bad, like, see folk that are born on like Christmas Day and stuff, and it's like, nobody really cares.
Oh, it's a non-event.
Nobody cares.
It's a non-event. No one cares.
No.
Big Jesus has got all the attention.
Oh, yeah. As he should. And Santa.
When I was younger, it was great because, like, it's 2 Christmases.
Yeah, but is it, though?
It kind of was.
Was it?
Well, yeah, yes and no. Yes and no.
Yeah.
But, no, for me now, birthday's such a non-event.
Mine's just absolutely hoofed, because Frankie's on the... So my birthday's the 4th of May. National Star Birthday. May the 4th be with you. Just get out of there, because I know that some of you thought it. And then May 3rd is Frankie, so he came day before me. So I was like, right, great, been upstaged, but whatever, still got the 4th. And then my nephew came in on the 5th. So I'm sandwiched between the 2 kids' birthdays. So like, even like, and now I can't really get, like, if I wanted to go out drinking, I can't really get that steaming, because I know I've got a kid's birthday party to go the next day. And if you've ever been to a kid's birthday party hungover, you'll never do it again. Ever.
Yeah. But the kids' birthdays actually happen on their birthday. Like, don't they just fall to the weekend?
Wait, I mean, sometimes though. Sometimes it's the weekend.
Because when you're an adult and you work for yourself, you can party whenever you want, right?
I mean, you can. Yeah. But
Until you have kids.
yeah, until you have kids and then you're fucked. So, but no, it was good. Break was good. Boys liked all their presents and stuff. We got a coffee machine, so I'm channeling my inner Greg Burnett now with coffees every morning, which is great. I love it. So good.
Okay.
And it's saving me a fortune.
Yeah, you need to send me a video of that usage because I could get into that. Although on appliances for my birthday, I did get an air fryer, and I love it. I have become air fryer Jace. Everything. What can I cook in the air fryer? The answer is everything.
Who got you that?
My mum.
Oh, okay. I was going to say if that was Jean, I was like,
No. Jean didn't actually get me. We didn't actually do gifts this year.
all right.
But no, the only thing I asked for Christmas and my birthday, the only thing.
Was it an air fryer?
No. The only thing I asked for is a Dairy Milk fruit and nut bar. It's all I want.
You didn't get it?
I want one
You didn't
Dairy
get it?
Milk fruit bar. Well, I actually didn't until not one person got me it. And then Jean went out shopping on my birthday and brought back not one. She brought back 5, and I'm like, well, that's great. I mean, like in January, I always like to do a bit of a health kick, so I have to get through 5 Dairy Milks, and I'm not just gonna throw them out because I'm not insane.
Fruit and nut though?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
That's strange, man. So what else did we? And then on the 2nd, Josh from who was speaking at our summit last year, Josh Bosson, he came up with his wife and his 2 kids. And stayed for a couple of days. So we had a very boozy night on the Friday when they arrived, because they didn't get here until like about 3. Me and Josh stayed up to about 3 o'clock in the morning playing Mario Kart, because we got a Switch 2 as a family present for Christmas, which I have been playing a lot of over the festive period. So we were playing that until about 3:30. And then we woke up and we were out the door for about 10, 11-ish, I think, maybe, to go out to Culzean Castle. Big, long walk, absolutely freezing. It was Baltic. It was not the most ideal thing to do when you're hungover. But by the end of it, I felt quite good. Felt quite good.
I'm the kind of guy that would buy a Switch 2 just to play online with friends for one night of the year. I'm the kind of guy that if you'd say, hey, we're going to play Mario Kart tonight, come online and play with us, I would like, I'm in.
Can you not do cross? Can you do cross?
Cross with what?
Old Switch, new Switch, no?
I don't know. You can't get the new Mario Kart in the new.
Can you not?
No, I don't think so. That's just for the new Switch.
Okay. You need to get a Switch 2. We can...
I will. I'm in.
Sold!
Amazon, it's bought.
It was a good festive break. Feeling pretty somewhat recharged. I think I probably still need a holiday.
Yeah.
I think I need a holiday. Some warm sun, some beers, some frozen margaritas.
We are thinking about doing something in February. It's only thinking because finances and stuff we need to kind of play about with. But I hope that we do decide to do it. But right now we don't really have the kind of space to think what could we do. But I think both Jean and I could do with that as well. It was a very, very busy November, December, and I think coming into the new year. Yeah, obviously those events happened. You're building up for ages, but we're kind of still in it a little bit, and it'd be good to just. I think January for me is just like, okay, right, this is where I'm at, and this is where I want to be, and I kind of have a much clearer goal of where I want to be, like post December than I did obviously in December. So it's just about kind of tweaking things with the business and making sure that what it is that I'm offering actually aligns with what people are after.
Looking to upgrade your cameras? Well, let's introduce you to the new Lumix flagships, the S1R2
and the S1 II. Some of the features we love about these cameras are:
on the S1R2, being able to crop in past the APS-C in pixel mode, giving you 3 focal lengths from 1 prime.
And the S1 II is also feisty, giving you 5.1K open gate at 50 frames a second.
Both of these cameras have 100 frames a second with a 1.1 crop.
Plus, Both these cameras come with industry-leading IBIS, which Lumix is known for.
Lumix also has a loan scheme which allows you to borrow these cameras for 48 hours so you can try them out and make sure that they're the camera for you.
Not only will they deliver them for free, but they'll also pick them up for free as well.
Use the code TWVP at the Lumix store for 10% off.
Check the link in the show notes below.
If you want to give your couples a viewing experience that matches the quality of your films, then VidFlow is the way to go.
Just upload your work, let the couples watch it on their TV, they can view a gallery on their phone, and wrap it up with all your branding so they get the ultimate viewing experience.
Think of it like Netflix, but for wedding films.
Listeners of That Wedding Videographer podcast get 10% off when they use the code TWVP. Hit the link in the show notes to get started.
Level up your wedding film delivery experience today.
I think a lot of the time, especially a lot of people in the UK, we do this thing where we do a feature and a highlight. And I think a lot of people I've spoken to kind of go like, I don't know why I do that, because it's not the same film, but it feels like the same film.
It's a condensed film, isn't it?
Yeah. So
I view it as like, it's the Instagram film.
What, the highlight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the one that most of their friends will probably sit through the majority of, but they're not going to sit through 15 minutes.
No.
Unless they're like bestie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess
Or family.
It's just deciding, like, we have to decide what film to make that's going to truly reflect and actually feel like people are getting value for. So it was, taking that in mind, it was a strong case for me to go like, what packages should I be offering my couples this year? So it was a good opportunity to change the brochure and, get ready for whatever inquiries are going to be coming in the next couple of months when people are starting to plan. So
yeah, so just before Christmas, I'm sure it was Harrison Fletcher Films had posted up, and actually we're going to bring him on to the podcast just to kind of like chat to a bit more about it, and him in general. But he put up a post, and I think it was about like to his couples or clients. He was wanting to know what do they want, like, and said, do you want the 5-minute film, or would you rather 3 1-minute reels? I think it was quite 50-50, which, I mean, you obviously can't confirm, but there's obviously the high possibility that the newer, Gen Z couples are maybe wanting those, loads of maybe like shorter. This is obviously quite a generalization. It might not just be that, but that was just the way that I kind of looked at it. Was that there's I assume that the higher proportion of maybe like Gen Z couples are maybe wanting the shorter reels, the 2 or 3, rather than maybe the highlight film as well. Because if they're already getting the feature film, it's right. It's like why do we do it? And I mean, the reason that I do it is just because that was how Adam Wing did it when I first started. Do you know what I mean? Or the majority of people, that's just what the majority of people done. They had like this longer film in it and a highlight 5-minute film, and not really much thought of it outside of that. I think I added the teaser in to the feature package when I realised that shorter form content was better, certainly for socials. But yeah, it's definitely something I need to explore, whether or not I do something similar as Harrison and put up a post to see what my clients are looking for, to just judge it before I make any kind of like decisions on it. The good thing is, because I'm just about to go through this rebrand as well, which is the website's basically 95% done. The one thing that's currently holding it back is that the video banners don't play on mobile, but they do on desktop, which is obviously a problem because 90% of the traffic is mobile. So that's waiting to get sorted. But I do have the opportunity with the rebrand to play about, with. I mean, I could do it any time really, but I feel I've got more permission to do it because everything else is kind of changing.
Yeah. I think it's interesting with the shorter social content, because the benefits of you doing that for your couples, not just that your couples are going to get a wider variety of content from their day, but it can fill up your feed with several different aspects of a wedding. So if you do a teaser, but then you do a sort of a short bit of content on like the big moments of the day, or like the party, or the details of the day, like if you do shorter bits of that, then you're filling up your content with, like, instead of one social clip per wedding, you're getting maybe 3 to 4 social clips per wedding.
So that's how I was looking at it, because I went, right, you could actually go, you could turn it into just a content machine as well. Do you know what I mean? Which is probably not the right terminology to use when you're talking about wedding films. But like in terms of for your marketing, because let's face it, the shorter form content is your marketing. You've just got a constant marketing stream of, like you said, maybe like 3 short reels, like one teaser, and then maybe 2 or 3 short reels per wedding. It's a lot of editing. It's a lot of singular editing rather than a bigger long project. But there's the option. There's the option there. I think my only concern with it though is just having too many options for clients, and then it becomes the paralysis of choice, which is my packages are set up at the moment where there's 3. 2 are advertised, but they get 3 sent to them, and that's by design because you're wanting to try and get them to go for the middle one, and it's priced in a way that majority of people do go for it. But I just need to get my head around how I could offer that option, because it's the only way I could really see it at the moment would be to have like the 3 options, but then like with a sub option of the middle package. Do you know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know. I need to look at it. Yeah, so like for my packages, so mine start, base package is the highlight, that has a 4 to 5 minute highlight, ceremony speeches, that's it. And I would actually say, so for upcoming bookings, I've actually had more, but I think that's also a sign of people not having as much money. But I would say I've had more highlight only bookings recently than I ever have. Still not massive, but I would say originally or usually that they're probably sitting, highlight bookings are maybe like 15% of my bookings over the course of the year. I would say that's maybe jumped up slightly over the past wee while to maybe like 20% maybe. Then we have the feature package, which has the highlight, ceremony speeches, and a feature film, which is like 15 minutes, and a 1 minute teaser. And then the top package, premiere package that I called it, has everything in the feature package, but also they get that FOMO raw edit film, and they get a second shooter. And they're priced in such a way that, like I said, the majority of people will go for the feature. But yeah, I might change it about.
I remember I was at a show and I designed the products in a really bad way. I don't know what happened. I sort of threw too much into them. And I remember talking to each client as they came up to the stand, and I was talking through what options they could have. And I remember just losing my breath talking about what I could offer. And I was like, I've really messed this up here. I've just offered far too much. Granted, in the end, I did actually make a few bookings from it, but it just felt overwhelming for me to even explain it. And I think you should be able to offer, to explain to people pretty clearly what it is you're offering. When I'm on a call with someone that's inquired, I always ask the question, like, what do you envisage watching back? Like, what are, not just the key moments, but what do you plan to sit down and watch? Can you see yourself watching an 1.5-hour documentary? Can you see yourself sharing a 50-minute film with you and your friends? Like, what is it that you imagine? And not many people have prepared for that question because they don't know what they want. They just know they want the big moments covered. They don't want to miss things. So how do you cover all of that in certain lengths of films? Now, I think with that, it's, you know from experience when you have made longer films, how much content goes in there. You know if you've missed things from a 5-minute film. But for me, I was watching some of the 5-minute films and the 15-minute films I'd put together for my couples this year. And I felt like when I was watching them one after another, I was just getting a repeat of certain things. I felt like I'd seen some shots before because it'd just been in the 5-minute film. So it kind of felt like the same film. So I've still got the 3 package sort of structure as well. But I took a leaf out of Rather Lovely Films, who we had on, Lou. And I remember reading her website, and I was like, I really like how this is all laid out. It made sense to me. And I guess coming from a videographer background, I knew what those packages would look like. So, but reading through it, it made sense to me, and I felt like there was a clear difference between this package and that package. And that's what I had never had before. So I start now with my immediate package. It always comes with a minute teaser, and then you get a 7-minute highlight film with that. Plus the ceremony speeches are included in there as well. And then the second package boosts that teaser to a 2 to 3 minute teaser. So it kind of looks like a small highlight. You include audio from the ceremony speeches. You kind of make this cinematic teaser, but it's still short enough that anyone who was at that wedding is still going to watch the entirety of that. But then the main film goes from a 7 to a 15-minute. So you get a 2 to 3 minute and a 15-minute in the middle package. And you don't get that 7-minute highlight. And then the third package has the same things as the middle, but you get the raw footage with that as well and a second videographer. And that is how I structured my 3 for just now. And I think they're very different packages.
Yeah, I just don't know, because I also I've thought about doing something similar with the teaser, making it maybe slightly longer for like what I thought for a while was bang a teaser in the highlight, but do a longer teaser for the feature package. But then I was kind of thinking, I was like, see, when it comes to crunch time and you're in the depths of lovely hell, that is the like primetime wedding season. You know what it's like. Something you see, you shot like two in a row. You do a 3 in a row. That's you got what 7 3-minute teasers to do within.
Well, you obviously don't have to say that you do them. Like if you're doing that, you go from a longer delivery period. So
yeah, but then it's like it's the immediacy that also works as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's just trying to find where that sweet spot is with it.
on that, I also took something else from Rather Lovely in the fact that I do a same day edit.
Okay, so
So-
that gives that
so
works. I forgot she does that. Yeah,
So when I say same day edit, what I'm talking about for people that haven't listened to that episode, go listen to it because it's great.
it's really good.
What she does at dinner is she'll take maybe usually just 1 or 2 clips. We're talking confetti, first kiss, big moment shots where you can just put it on the timeline. You know exactly what that shot is. And just export that at dinner so that it's ready in a portrait mode and you can share it that day on their phone. She just airdrops it to the couple. So I'm going to do that from every wedding from now on, where the big moments are shared. Now, I did that at a wedding in November, and it wasn't just 1 clip. I did it in about half an hour, where I took essentially it was a teaser, but without the kind of the structure of it. It was just I basically put all the big moments of the day, some laughing in the morning, the groom turning around to see the bride. A couple shots in the photo, the confetti, the first kiss, obviously, and then they actually did their first dance before dinner, which was great.
What did they?
Yeah, so I got an epic dancing shot as well, and I shared all of that to her phone at dinner. They shared it the next day, and that was great. So every couple gets that. So that kind of extends it. They've seen something from the day. They've got something from the day. So you can do that.
Yeah. That I need to look at. I think that would be good, and that I don't know. I will put a post out, and I'll see what the general consensus is and what the feedback is. Just that I'm looking at it, but yeah, that same day thing. I forgot about that actually. I need to implement that this year, and maybe just do like a few clips, be quick mashup or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you know what it's like you're sitting there at dinner, you're literally just scrolling through your phone anyway.
I mean, a lot of times people use it to unwind because it has been a fairly...
Yeah, but you could... Like, I'm just thinking about, like, for the client experience, like I'm at work, I'm still working. For the client experience, you could, because as well, if you're doing back-to-backs, you're probably not going to get to the teaser until like 2 days later. So again, it gets you something. There's the immediacy there, and then they will be singing your praises. Because I know there's a couple of different photographers that have done it before. So Vic is Victoria Photography, and Fraser from FD Young. So he always gets them a bunch of clips, photos, sorry, edited, maybe like 10 or something, 10 or 15, and shows them on the day, and it's always such an amazing reaction that he gets. Same with Vic as well. She's done it a couple of times and gets an amazing reaction. They love it. And I've always looked at that thinking, I wish I could do it. And I can do it. I just never bring my bloody laptop with me to do it. Because I just don't like footing around about with like, see, like, I've never backed up footage at a wedding.
Yeah.
And that's also what scares me a little bit, because then I'm going to be like, you know, swapping out cards mid. I'd need to take 2 drives with me just to feel sane.
Why?
Just to back it up to 2 different places so that if something happened to the drive.
But you've still got it on the card.
Yeah.
I mean,
So what do you do? Do you just look at the number, the file number, and what was the last one that was copied, and then copy down from that?
You can do, or you just use a new card.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
So yeah, you just take the card, put it in, put it to the drive, take the card out, put that in a certain place in your SD card holder, take a new card, and then, because I mean, my camera will just, no matter what card I'm using, it won't reset back to 0. It will still be the next file number down. So they'll keep the same file order when I transfer the next files in.
Yeah.
So I just do that, and I've got a copy. I mean, the thing, God, I usually keep the last 3 weddings on my SD cards just to make sure that they definitely got a teaser out. But I know it's backed up everywhere. So, but it's still really difficult for me to format a card. Like, I have to check. It takes me so long. That's why I'm late for here half the time, because I'm still checking cards. Like, can I wipe that card? But it's definitely good. The biggest difficulty about backing up at a wedding is you've got your laptop, and then dinner comes. You're like, oh man, I've got all my stuff here. Like, it's a nightmare. But I do like backing up at a wedding, just because it saves me time at home, and I just know I can organize files. But it has been good for that same day teaser thing. I think it's great. And I once at the groom, because the last wedding I was at, I delivered a same day one for them, and he came in when we were having dinner. He was like, "What, are you editing already? God, this man doesn't stop." And I was like, "Yeah, cool." I wasn't actually editing at that point, but as soon as he said that, I better get this out then. But it's I think that's really good. But I think couples are going to be looking at your brochure, and they're going to be looking at other brochures, and they're going to be making a decision based on a factor of things: how you've communicated with them, whether or not they can understand what it is you're offering them, whether or not it's valuable enough for them. Because it might come down to price, it might come down to your messaging. Most of the time, I think it would come down to messaging, because if it was price, the person who was the cheapest would always get booked.
Are you tired of CRM just not getting the basic things right?
Things like being able to customize your brand fully,
or constantly sending your emails to their spam folder,
or the juicy stuff getting analytics into performance?
That's why we have made the switch to Widola.
The CRM built by wedding pros for wedding pros.
It's honestly the prettiest CRM we've ever seen.
To help you make the switch, we're offering 3 months free on Widola by entering the code TWVP.
Widola, the community-built CRM for wedding professionals.
If your editing backlog is stressing you out, Bride and Groom Video are here to help.
You get a dedicated account manager that matches an editor to your unique style, so your films can get delivered without the overwhelm.
Listeners of That Wedding Videographer podcast get £75 off for their first order by using the code TWVP75.
And for UK videographers only, brideandgroom.video have launched a special package price for feature and highlight films just for you.
Plus, you'll also get an extra discount in ceremony and speeches.
This makes it much more cost effective to use brideandgroom.video as your editing studio.
Send your footage, send your brief, and they'll sort the rest.
Hasta la vista, backlog.
A conversation I had over Christmas with my stepdad. He asked, so you film a wedding, Why don't they just get all the footage immediately? Like, why they've hired you to film their wedding? Why is the footage not theirs? And it's a question that's always come up in the industry. But like, why? Like, who owns that footage? And yes, I think one of the defenses I heard is like, if you asked a chef to cook you a meal, you wouldn't ask for the spare ingredients afterwards. And I'm like, yeah, but it's kind of different.
It's a little bit different.
A little bit different. But I guess there's part of it that's true. Like, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't necessarily match your brand. And if they release that, that could damage your brand. Like I've given someone kind of raw clips before. I did select what clips they were, but then they uploaded that with like filters and stuff all over it. They didn't tag me, thank God, but it was like, oh my God, that's
shot
bad.
by Afterglow.
That was bad. And I guess there's things, you want to protect that, but I've delivered. Last June, I shot a wedding, and they didn't want a highlight film. They just wanted a whole movie. They wanted to see all the footage from the day because their mum couldn't make over from Mexico, and they wanted her to be part of the day as well. So I delivered the wedding the next day in a whole movie format. I put it all in a linear timeline. I got rid of all the stuff. I synced the audio, and they got it the next day. It was a simple enough edit for me to do because all I'm doing is making sure I'm getting rid of the mistakes. And that's the kind of the raw movie package that I offer clients whenever they do take raw movie. And I loved it. It just felt like a really simplistic, this is your wedding day. This is why you hire a videographer, because you want to see your day back. But I know not everyone wants to sit down and watch a 2-hour film. They want to have some sort of entertainment value with that. But do we put too much pressure on that? Do we put too much pressure on making it like a timeless cinematic movie when actually people in 20 years time can get so much value over getting at what that actually looked like to be on your wedding day?
It's different strokes for different folks, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So it depends on what people want. I think if you've got a certain style, that's what people want.
Yeah.
If you've got a home movie style, that's what people want.
Yeah.
I know, like some of my clients, that's not what they would want.
Yeah. No, and same with mine.
But some clients probably would.
Mm-hmm.
I would say quite a lot probably would, but I would say that there's also a lot that just that's not their jam. That's not what they want. Mm-hmm. They want the kind of polished cinematic number,
Mm-hmm.
So it depends. It totally depends on like your style, your branding, tone of voice, and stuff like that. And then, like you said, the message that you put out there. But you can experiment with it. There's nothing like, because I now offer it. I used to offer the raw footage, but then I was like, it's gonna be a pain in the arse, like going through all the different like clips individually. So now I just do something very similar, trim it all down, put it in a chronological order, somewhat, and then just export it so it's like one big watch, and they love it.
Yeah, because
they get to see everything.
One of my thoughts rather than maybe doing that kind of that movie style, where I put it all into order, maybe instead I actually if they buy the top package, I buy an SSD, and on the day I just transfer all the files to this SSD, and at the end of the day put it in a gift box, and you go, look, I'm away just now, but that's your wedding, and I'll create the rest of it, and then they get a hard copy of all the footage from their wedding day. They can do with it if they want.
The only concern with doing that though is that, as we know, like I will keep stum because I know that things are recording, but photographers.
It's always the photographers.
Yeah.
Always ruining it.
For photographers or a couple of hair and makeup folk have said some things, and I'm like, right, I'm like in my notes as I go, like just as we leave or whatever, I'm like, make sure to.
Well, actually, I was editing something recently that you filmed the behind the scenes of, and honestly, you ruined all the ambient audio. Make sure you're talking about what you're doing here. I was like, I can't use any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that happened. And of course, it was me as well, because I was doing behind the scenes kind of stuff. I was talking about it, so I couldn't, that damaged that.
Yeah.
A bit. So there is, but obviously that's not happening at every wedding.
No.
But it is, I'm super cautious about what I'm saying behind camera all the time, because I know that that audio could be really important for them in a few years' time, and they don't want to hear me singing or something. And I sing a lot at weddings. My God, I need to shut up. But I riff things, and another big thing.
I think Bronte's, she put a post out a while ago saying that she does that as well.
Another thing I really need to stop doing, right, is when I'm getting the crowd to really amp up with me cheering stuff.
You cheer as well?
I cheer as well.
Yeah, I know, I've heard that.
And it's like, I mean, I actually don't mind
You
it in
just see
some.
the audio spike.
Yeah, I don't mind it in some of the highlights when you can hear me like, come on, let's go. And then they cheer it, kind of add something to it.
I never want me in there. I'm the same. But sometimes you need to get it going because they're like, it's like it's like so dull.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like,
I mean, I'm
like, come on, it's somebody's wedding. Woohoo!
It's so satisfying to convert a dull crowd into a rabid crowd.
But yeah, hopefully that's given you some inspiration on what you can maybe look to start doing package wise. Have a look at them. If you have any questions or you want to shoot us a DM, let us know. We're always happy to chat it through. But yeah, now is the time to be tinkering and exploring other avenues and options for what you can offer and stuff like that. Just now, I just hit myself in the balls.
Oh no.
Oh, that was sore. And on that bombshell, I've been Danny.
Been Jace.
See you next week.
How on earth did you even manage that?
Oh, that was so sore.